Hi, in this clip I'm going to show you how to perform logical operations by using the AND, the OR the NOT functions. AND, NOT, and OR by themselves are not very interesting. Usually they're used along with other functions, but I'm going to show you how they work so you can understand them a little bit better. We'll start with AND. We're going to go up to the Formulas tab, and we're going to click in the Logical section, and the first function is AND. We get our function arguments, and what we want to do is set these. Now, all the AND does is test whether all of the arguments are true. If they're true, they return the value true. If they're false, they return the value false. But remember, it's got to be all of the arguments. And we can add up to 255 criteria in this argument. So we're going to start with this one. Is D3, is it greater than 35,000? And you see that that is false. Let's do the next one. D4, is D4 greater than 5%? The answer is false. We'll do one more. Is F4, our monthly payment, is that greater than $500? And you see it's all false. False is our answer. So the argument was not true. They all would have to have been true. Now, if we change this, so we said that was, if we make this 50,000, we still have a false answer here, but when we open it up, we see that one of these arguments is true, two of these arguments are true, but because one of them is still false, I'm still going to get a false answer. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's take a look at NOT. NOT, all NOT does for us is change a value from false to true or true to false. So if I select logical here in my formulas and I go down to NOT, I can select H3, click OK, and now it's true. We can also use this to change this back to false as well if we want it. Now let's take a look at OR. OR is very much like AND. It's going to check if any of our arguments are true, but it's only going to return the false if all of the arguments are false. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at that. Let's go to our logical section again, and we're going to choose OR. And we're going to do the same things we did with AND. Like I said, we're going to say if D3 is greater than 35,000, and if logical 2, if D4 is greater than 5%, and if 3, which is going to be F4, is greater than 500. Now, only one of these is false, so the answer we're going to get is true. Whereas here with AND, same criteria, but unless they're all true, we're not going to get true. So similar, but different. But now you know how to use the AND, the OR, and the NOT functions. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.